So we talked about yesterday in my previous video that we thought we were going to have a pretty decent green day today. We ended up having that. The reason why I said that was because of how Apple reacted after earnings. One, they had good earnings. Two, the price seemed to hold, unlike what Amazon was doing. And then also everything with the Fed is out of the way. Apple's earnings is out of the way. And the Fed is about at where they're going to be with interest rates. We don't expect to see too much more. Things obviously can change. So there's a lot of people starting to go long. And another thing that I pointed out in the previous video, I said, if we have a pretty strong green day, pay attention to the other stocks that are having a strong day and versus the other stocks that are having a lackluster day, right? And so that's why I'm going to cover Facebook and Nvidia today, because they show two different tales, right, of two different stocks. So for one, Meta actually closed in the negative today, 0.32%. Meanwhile, the market was up and Apple and other tech stocks were doing pretty decently. So what that's showing is that Facebook is just showing a little bit of weakness here, and any sort of red day or red week next week, we could definitely see a downturn. So that's one reason why I am bearish on Facebook, and I do actually have a short position open right now. So the second reason is because of this gap right here, and you can see it reflect on the VRVP right here. There's not a lot of volume. So again, if we have another red day or a red week, this could very easily close and then probably consolidate a little bit, or we could blast right through right here, but there's a high amount of volume on this VRVP, right? So as far as the TSI, let's bring it up real quick. Overall, it's not showing us anything too crazy other than it's overbought. That's all we really have right now with the TSI. What you really want to see is something like this, strong up or downturn, and it's just doing a long consolidation, and we want to see that long downturn. We want to show something, once the TSI gets below here at this point of like 20, that's a good indication that we're at least going back down to the zero line, right? So the TSI isn't showing us too much other than it's just been consolidating, and we're likely to eventually see this go back down, because if you zoom out, it has its high points, its low points, its high points, its low points, right? And the story continues, okay? So one thing I want to bring up is Nvidia. Let's just compare how Nvidia did to the market today. And now you see Nvidia was up 4%. So Nvidia is showing a lot more strength against the market than what Meta is showing, right? So it's not great for any shorts, but at the same time, we are still kind of just range bounding for the most part, and we did end lower than what we were at previously a couple of days ago on the 1st, right? So we have this, it is acting more like a support right now, but if we fall through, we don't have anything at least to like 246. All meanwhile, the TSI is showing a bearish divergence. So we have lower on the TSI right here. This is about flat. You could technically call it a divergence. But with that said, it's still trending down, and it actually looks like it's starting to consolidate down here. So the TSI is similar to the RSI. You can treat it the same way if that's what you use. We do have earnings coming up on Nvidia right here on the 24th. So we'll see how that does. Ideally, you would like to close out your short for a profit, or even your long for a profit before then, but you can always trade the technicals, right? So again, all I got to say is there's these zones right here. There's this overbought zone and oversold zone, and we're right at the top, hanging out right in the middle of the overbought zone. So in my opinion, it is still better to be short on Nvidia than it is to be long on Nvidia. And maybe you just want to wait it out, right? I told everyone it's a good idea to wait on Apple to go short, even though the technicals were kind of showing to go short on Apple, and that's exactly the reason why. It's because of earnings, because of news, and because of the Fed, right? So I am still short on Nvidia, but we're going to watch it. I would like to see this point right here of consolidation that is currently acting as a support to then break through as far as the price action and then start to act as a resistance, and that would be a good point to scale in. So that's all I got for you. I do just want to remind everyone, I'm just a person on YouTube giving my opinion. So is every other stock channel out there. No one knows what's going to happen. So with that said, if you do like this content and you are learning from this channel, find it entertaining, hit the like button. It's the easiest thing you can do to help out this channel. While you're at it, if you like this content and want to see more, subscribe and hit the notification bell, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.